Hello, my name is Melissa. Welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you an update on my vitamin D and iron. So on this channel, I talk about education, lifestyle and finance. I'm just going to share with you some of the supplements that I've been taking. So I'm going to get straight into it. I use vitamin D3. It must be D3 that we use, rather than D2, and it's 5,000 IU. Now there are a small select few people out there that for some reason can't take vitamin D3, and you'll have to try and find a brand that will suit you, and some people have been told to take the vitamin D2, but here in the UK we all take D3, and it's the case of in the EU as well. It's what absorbs better. So I use the Now brand. Now this is a really good brand. It raises your levels. I take 5,000 IU, or sometimes I've got another one where I take 4,000 IU. I tend to take this daily as opposed to high amounts, but I also get my vitamin D checked. So anything you consume this week, for example, shows up in your liver the following week. So that's what I take. I also take them with magnesium. So I use this one. I'm just trying to bring it to the camera. Triple magnesium complex. And I take these 3 times a day. With magnesium, if I take the vitamin D, I must admit I'm a bit lazy with taking these. I don't take them often, and I did get my vitamin D levels checked the other day, and they're in a good range as well. And with my iron, being in the UK, it's really difficult to get high quality iron that's in a high amount. I use this Bloodbuilder by Mega Foods, but it does have B12 in, and also it has folate in as well, and vitamin C, and you might not need that. So again, because my B12 levels were getting quite high, I've decided that I really just want to concentrate on the iron because that's what I need to keep up. So I mix it with this sometimes, which is iron by Vega, and it's 60 capsules and it's 50 milligrams. These are really easy on the stomach. I don't have any stomach problems, no constipation. It's also got vitamin C in because it's veggie based with apple mixed berry concentrate, and it's a prebiotic. That's what it's saying. So this is the iron, the actual iron that I use. This one. I never ever go for a different type because I've told you in other videos how I'm allergic to sulfate and fumarate. So getting a good quality iron is really important. Now a lot of you have been asking me for an update on how I'm doing, and you've had a lot of questions. I've said to use Epsom salts in the past. I don't consume Epsom salts. I add Epsom salts to my bath or to a bowl of water, and I put my feet in there because it's really important when you're taking vitamin D that you also supplement with magnesium, because your vitamin D will only rise if you have magnesium, but also it uses your existing magnesium as well. So it's a cycle. If you don't have enough magnesium in your body, then your vitamin D is not going to rise, or it will eat the magnesium that you do have, causing cramps, like feet cramps. And we all know, those of you that are here, and I'm really sorry that you're going through this, that vitamin D is deliberating. It really is a hormone, and it should be told as such. So because of what we've been going through in the world at the moment, the UK has changed its protocol and what it tells people, and it's now told people that everybody should be supplementing with vitamin D3, and they've said not to go over 4,000 IU. Now it kind of depends on if you're low or not. So some of the issues that I was having was I was having stabbing pains in my chest, in my bones. I was struggling with my legs, with moving them, but it was also in conjunction with iron. Generally, if you are low in vitamin D, then you are low with something else as well. If you're low in one mineral or vitamin, you're low in something else. And this has definitely been the case for me and a lot of women that I've done research on and been in groups and read lots of stories. For example, iron and vitamin D work hand in hand. With me, it wasn't so much the iron. Yes, iron was an issue, but my phosphate, I was hospitalised for low phosphate, and vitamin D raises phosphate, and it also raises calcium levels as well. So my partner ended up with low calcium, so I've had permission from him to talk about this, and he found out that his vitamin D was low as well. Now, he's from overseas, he's not from the UK, so he's not used to this cold weather where we don't really have summers, and he's been here right now for 3 summers where he hasn't left, and in that time his vitamin D had managed to drop. It was deficient. And so his calcium levels dropped as well, because vitamin D helps you absorb calcium by 30%. That's why people start having bone pain. That's why you feel the bone pain in your chest. That's why you feel the bone pain in your legs. That's why you might be having other symptoms like, not being able to sleep, sweaty hands, the wrists, all of those deliberating symptoms. That's why you're having them. Vitamin D as well is so important, because if it's low, it can contribute to some cancers as well. And also it can contribute to diabetes, because it creates insulin resistance. So you're not able to move those sugars around your body as properly because your vitamin D is low. And also in people who are darker like myself, you can develop cancers, and it can be harder to know that you have a cancer, because with darker skin it's harder to sort of see, say for example, skin cancer, or they don't really know what skin cancer looks like, for example, and then by that time it's too late and you're at a later stage with it because it hasn't been spotted earlier. And we know now as well, and I was saying it before, and some people were writing in the comments and they wasn't happy with what I was saying, that vitamin D helps with, I don't really want to mention the name of what's happening, but what's been happening in the world with the C. It helps with it. It doesn't prevent it, it helps with symptoms if you have that. It's not going to stop you from catching the C, but because this is the C is seen as a respiratory condition, then vitamin D does help with that. Now, I tell you, I was having chest pains, breathing problems. Yeah, I do have another condition with my low potassium, but since I have fixed my vitamin D, I am more than thriving. My vitamin D, my iron, more than thriving, can get through a day. I haven't been having any problems. I don't take K2. I have a lot of messages about K2. I don't take it. I feel as though I've been fine with not taking that. As I say, it's really important that you get your vitamin D levels checked. Don't just guess. A lot of doctors don't want to pay for a vitamin D test. If you've got the money, then pay for it yourself. Have it checked regularly as well, so that you know where you are before you start supplementing too. That's really, really important. Now, if you have enjoyed this video, then please do give it a thumbs up. Any questions, then do ask. I am more than willing to answer your questions. I always reply back. It might not be straight away, but I always endeavour to reply back to all of your questions. Now, I'm sorry for the pain and I know what you're going through. I know that it can be deliberating. You think that you are dying, but trust me, please trust me. Once you get those vitamins fixed, by taking that protocol and taking your vitamin D3 with some magnesium, and you can also take a fish oil as well. It'll take a few weeks, but then you will be fine. You will forget about the pain, you will forget about what you've gone through, and you will be thriving. You can take your health into your own hands. You really can. Thank you very much for watching, and God bless.